Everyone. Welcome to the Disorganized Crafters YouTube channel. I don't do this often, but hey. And on my panel tonight, I have Miss Christy Love, Miss Penny Van, and Miss Rustic Angel, 8-hour YouTuber, herself, Crystal. So what I thought we'd do tonight, since usually I'm crafting on Monday night and getting everything together, I thought y'all could just kind of hang out and join along and start it from the beginning. So I wanted to show you, this was the aquarium that I did with the, was it 49 and Market Land and Sea? Yes. So I thought I'd do the same thing for Halloween, and I possibly am going to do the same thing for a Christmas box. I just haven't figured that one out yet. So I thought we'd do it from the beginning so y'all could follow along and show your aquarium box. Well, this one will be a spooky 3D box. So what you'll need, I posted some of the supplies, but I have medium weight chipboard. This is a little bit stronger than the, let's say the chipboard you get at the back of a stack of papers you buy at the store, copy paper or whatever. It's not the heavyweight chipboard because that's going to be a little bit harder to cut with the average cutter. And you'll need about 3 sheets of that to get started. You have the option though, if you want. If you just want to do the aquarium, you can just do this box and do your 3D scene in there. If in fact, which is what we're going to make tonight, this has the mini album in the back, which lessons learned, I'm going to make a door, so it doesn't have to be a specific size mini album. You can just put whatever in there. So we're going to add a door instead of making it fit. I haven't finished this one. So that one just fits right in and makes it sort of seamless. So I did not like that because you have to stay to a specific set of standards. So with that said, I'm going to get started. And hey, Toby. We have Toby, Lynn, Talise. I saw June in there. Vicky. Miss Mary is in the chat. How you doing, Mary? Let me see.
Vicky.
Yep. Vicky, Lynn, Talise, June. Well, welcome everyone. And I'm going to get started. Now, how's everyone tonight? Oh, and Miss Crystal is going to be following along as well. I am using the Fiskars rotary to cut. And one thing I've learned when I'm cutting is to make sure that you have a little bit of leverage. So what I usually do is if I am, let me see if I can take this out a little bit. If I'm cutting, I like to pull it towards me because I have a little bit more leverage.
What the heck?
What?
Oh, what, Christy?
Can
you guys hear us?
Can they hear us?
Christy, my back said that there's no sound. Are we live yet? No sound.
No sound.
No, not yet. I just want to make sure they can hear us. I just went back and was rereading the chat.
Oh, great.
Okay, they can hear us. Okay, sorry, Nikki.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it made me go crazy. I'm like, what? No!
It's scary when you read that.
Yeah, I know. Okay, this is gonna drive me crazy. I need to.
Yeah, your camera's zooming.
Yeah, fix the camera.
Okay.
And girls, she's at her own desk. I just have to say, that's not my messy desk. My desk has a card on it. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Nikki is at her own house, at her own desk.
It's not, but it ain't messy.
Christy, I seen all your little sneaky messages. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and Miss Barbara's here. Hi, girls. How is
We'll
everyone?
click on Crystal for a minute to say hi. Say hi while I fix my camera so I won't make anyone crazy and give them a headache.
Yeah, it's kind of throbbing. They've been thumbing you. And June, little Miss June Gallagher asks, "What do you get if you?" I think it was her that said, "What do you get if you thumb her down?" No, it was Lynn Young. Lynn Young said, "What do you get for a thumbs down, Christy?" And then Mary said, "Probably beaten."
Oh my God, no. We don't beat anybody here
No.
intentionally. Only Christy. when she moves.
And June's trying to go to sleep by 9. Mm-hmm. And
Oh yeah, I need to watch The Voice tonight, and I gotta
well,
go.
and
To work,
Vicky said the voice is on. Woo woo.
Yep.
So Vicky is another one that watches The Voice, and Mary evidently doesn't know what The Voice is.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Mary. The Voice is a singing talent show that is fantastic. It is so funny to watch Blake Shelton and Adam Levine go at each other.
I know, right? Oh no, my favorite. I'm sorry, is Kelly Clarkson. Now that she's joined, she is hilarious.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I love her.
And Talise is here, and Toby's here. Christine Hoback, Lynn, all our girls. All our normal girls.
Late night crew, I call them. Okay, we want to do another. So we have the first one, which is 8x8. Again, I always do it towards me because this chipboard, it's medium weight chipboard, but it's still kind of hard to cut. So
give all your chipboard to Nikki so she can cut them for you.
But you see, if you give it a little bit of a steady hand by holding it like this, it cuts it pretty good. So the first piece is 8x8, and I'm going to do the second piece 8x7. Well, wait a minute. Where's my ruler? Make sure I got this right. Because I cannot measure. I know I'm not used to measuring right. And that's 8x7.
You have 12 by 12?
Yes, I have 12 by 12 chipboard. I ordered it from Amazon. And there's different weights that you can order. Unless you're doing a lot of construction, I usually get the medium weight chipboard.
My favorite chipboard, I get the medium weight too, but my favorite company is a company called Graphics. They have
yes, I've ordered from them. They are very, very good.
Awesome chipboard. That's the only kind I have.
Yeah, and it's a good quality of chipboard, and it holds its shape very, very well.
And no, we're not sponsored by Graphics. We're just stating that we enjoy
Darn.
Yeah.
Someday goals. Someday.
Yeah.
And I always save my chipboard scraps.
Yep.
And
Always. Because even though I have like little pieces like this, I'm going to use these as well. So.
Yeah, I stick them right in the pack.
Oh yeah.
I just stick them right in the pack.
Nikki, you got Ange here?
Hey, Ange. Okay. And the reason I always have it towards me is because if I push it this way, this is just personally, I have a tendency when I do this that I push the chipboard and it kind of moves like that. If I pull it towards me, it's resting on this lip, and it's going to be a little bit more steadier. So that's why I do it this way. FYI. All right, so I have that one, and I need one more. I'm measuring as I go along.
Penny, can you put the link in for that, please?
Which link? I'm sorry.
Probably the graphics for the chipboard.
Oh,
Lynn's asking.
yeah. I always get mine from Amazon, so I can type in the name of them. But yeah, the link that you would purchase it from, that would change every single day. Michael's carries graphics, so correct?
Yeah, I personally like to get it from Amazon because if you're already a member of Prime, then you get it shipped within 2 days.
See,
Because we all know
this cuts chipboard really good. How you can tell if you bend the chipboard over and you do like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Your ends match.
Yeah. It's you don't have any hangover or anything. And my ends meet.
Yep.
So that's how you can tell. And that's probably a 1/2 inch strip I just cut off.
Who was that? Barb Olive that had the bad cutter? Who was that from? They got the bad cutter from Tonic. Did they ever get that straightened away? I'll be ready.
Okay.
And Lynn is in UK, Penny.
Okay, well, she would have to look at Amazon.uk, but if she looks at this link, she'll be able to see what the product is, what the brand looks like, you know, their logo and all that stuff, and then see if the UK Amazon also has it.
Oh. Okay, so one of my leftover strips is a 8x5, and this will serve as your door. You'll have to trim it down, but I always make sure I put it in a pile so I don't try to cut it because I will. All right, so after you have all your chipboard cut, you can use any type of at least 80-pound weight cardstock. I prefer the Recollections craft paper. And that's how I'm going to put my box together. And I'm going to cut 1-inch strips and I'm going to score them in half and put score tape on them. So talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get to cutting.
Dabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo. Oh, and I do like the Fiskars because, and I'll tell you why. Because on the lip here, there is a 1-inch, it goes up to 2.5 inches. So when I'm cutting 1-inch strips, it's just easier instead of having to put it like right on the edge here. So that's another reason why I love this cutter.
June said, you ladies are rubbing off on me. I just bought some Halloween paper for the cigar box I won from Nikki.
Hey.
Can I use fabric tack to glue it on, or do I have to gesso it first and then glue?
Crystal, you want to take that one? Oh, she's. Wait a minute. Repeat that to me. Let me see. You just bought some Halloween paper. I would give it a little bit of a. Do you have any sandpaper? If it has a coating on it, which I don't think the ones I sent you do, then what I would do is I would gesso it first. And yes, you can use Fabri-Tac to put it on. If it's cardstock, if you're using tissue paper, then I would use a gel medium. And then I would also, and this is just personal preference, I would also go over it with some Mod Podge just to give it a little bit of a sealant as well.
Yep, she says there's no coating.
Oh, well, yeah, you're good. Then, yeah, gesso it first because I always like a base of gesso. If you're going to go with a darker start, I would go with the black gesso. Oh, I hate doing
Watch your fingers, please. We don't like blood on the show.
This actual cutter, you can't cut yourself with this because it has a guard to it. So
I'm talking about you.
my fat fingers cannot go up on underneath here, so it's gonna stop at the nail. So I haven't cut myself yet, and I am prone to accidents. I'm real bad with that.
But I'm super silly. I would find a way.
You would find a way to cut yourself.
Yes, I would. If I couldn't get my finger in the blade to cut myself, I'd probably drop the entire apparatus on my foot or something.
Yeah.
Now with the hot glue gun, I find a way to burn myself. I burned myself the other day, and the glue was still on here for a good half an hour, and I didn't know it. I was like, "Oh man, it hurts. It must be blistering." Well, the glue was still stuck on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was following this recipe, and it says to heat the pan, add your oil, let the oil heat up, and then put in the hamburger. When I put in the hamburger, the grease flamed up and got my whole arm.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Sometimes I'm thankful I wear glasses because I would probably, because I was using the wrong kind of olive oil. Because if you use the, the light olive oil and the virgin versus the virgin, then one has a tendency to pop up and spatter versus the other one. Didn't know that.
Maybe that was why.
Yeah. Okay, I'm using the Martha Stewart scoreboard, and I'm just going to score these at a 1/2 inch. I actually already have a lot, but I usually, this is my little, I found these over at some little store, but I always keep these on hand. So whenever you're
here.
Hey Amy, how are you doing? So if you do a lot of construction and putting boxes and stuff together, just one day when you're watching TV, just do a whole bunch of these strips. You can actually use glue if you want as well, but I prefer this score tape with a little bit of glue.
Yeah. Give you a little wiggle room.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just going to put them right down the middle. And y'all, I've never literally done, I usually prepare everything before I go live. This is the first time I have not done this because a lot of folks are saying they want to see it from the beginning. And they, instead of, after it's already done, so.
Us beginners like me.
And I don't know, because I know some of y'all are do mini albums. I know June and her lovely mice. I love these. But I think I started doing a lot of constructing with Laura Dennison on Following the Paper Trail. I used to watch, well, still do, watch her a lot. Oh my God, she is wonderful. Construction.
I'm back. Hey, Nikki.
Yes.
So what's the cuts that you're doing right now?
Say what?
What's the cuts you're doing right now?
Oh, I am doing, I just took craft paper and did 1-inch strips. And then I scored them in half. Because these are going to serve as, you don't have to be fancy about folding them either.
Barbara Oliver is here.
Hey, Barb, how are you? Glad you could join us. So the 1-inch strips will serve as, you're going to put them on the inside. I usually put them on the inside and the outside of the box to give it a little bit more sturdiness.
So what were your cuts you did? I'm sorry, I'm going to cut real quick.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to go over the cuts real quick for those of you that just.
Sorry, I had to step away. It's
That's
dinner
okay.
time.
Well,
6:30.
let me show everybody the people that just came in and who have not been on the Disorganized before. I did a aquarium box because I like aquariums. I don't like cleaning. I don't like fish. I don't want to touch them. Don't want to feed them because so this was my version of a nice little fishy aquarium. So you don't have to do anything to it. No feeding, no nothing. So the first chipboard piece is the 8x8. That will serve as the back. So this, if you want to write on it, the 8x8 is going to be the back. Then the second piece is, oops, backwards, 7x8. Actually, three pieces are 7x8. So you're going to have one 8x8, and then you're going to have three that are 8x7. So one will be the side piece. The other will be the top. And the other will be the bottom. And then if you're using 12x12 chipboard, you should have a piece in there that is 5x8. And that will be the door. And you will trim it down.
There will be a test after the show.
Yeah, there will be a test after the show. I need all the measurements back.
Okay, and there's only one for the door, right?
Yes, only one for the door.
Okay, so the 7x8, there should be three. So there's only one side, one top, and one bottom.
You have, yeah, top, side, bottom.
You don't have two sides.
Well, you're gonna have scraps left, and we're gonna use those scraps for the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have the back, which is 8x8.
Right.
Then you have the door,
which is 5x8.
Yeah, and I don't cut the other side yet, but you'll see I have plenty of scraps to cut it because of the fact that you may not, you can adjust it as you go on the other side because the opening that's to your mini album, if you decide you don't want that big of an opening, then you can adjust the other side because you should have two pieces left that are, thanks Krista for reminding me, you should have two pieces that are 8x5. Yep, two pieces that are 8x5. So you can put side 2 on those, side 2 and then side 2 door, and those will be adjusted to fit. But ultimately, they'll still be the end up being about that size. So.
And how many strips did you say to cut that were 1 inch, and you cut it in half? You scored it?
I just took 2 sheets of craft paper and cut them in 1 inch strips.
Okay, so 8
more.
So 8 strips each. So 16
yeah.
strips total. Okay.
Yep. You may need more, but 2 sheets are good to start with.
Okay.
Let me pull the phone over here while I'm faking it. Oh, what's wrong, Amy? Making and cleaning makes me feel better. What? All y'all doing all this cleaning? Y'all need to come clean my house.
Well, Barbara tripped and fell over her dog. She was doing ballet while walking her dog evidently today, and decided to do a flip and skip. And
Barbara Higgins?
Yep.
Barbara.
I know, right? She just gets done having surgery.
You just get, no. Are you okay?
She said she is. Just a little sore.
And Nikki, what is at your house to clean? Is there one speck of dust you forgot?
I know, right?
I have a Shetty dog.
She said Shetty, not
Shetty
Yeah.
dog. He sheds all the wiry hair. I hate the wiry hair. I did get one of those Robo Vax thingamajiggy, but even that, you know, there's still hair. It's everywhere.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic, so I can't do it.
Oh goodness. No, she didn't.
Hmm.
I'm serious.
And you have a dog. But he
Because
doesn't shed much,
Rose-
does he?
No, she's got hair,
It's a-
not fur.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's brutal.
Ah. Well.
What, Crystal, you wasn't supposed to tell Nikki. Oh.
What? Hey, Christine. Ah.
Oh, Angela's on? Oh, cool.
Angela?
No,
How are you?
no, Angela Holt. Amy said Angela Holt is on.
Oh, she's on live?
On her show, evidently. Yeah.
Oh, on her show. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Barbara. All's fair with the late night wax whippers.
I know. Right, I was still smelling that vanilla like the next day. I was like, I just opened a few cans and let them go.
I know, right? It's unbelievable.
So I have my little thing.
Oh, so what's funny, girls, is the next day, April is smelling her wax. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do you guys not listen to me when I talk? I've been telling y'all for how long, girls, that the Prima wax smells yummy. And they're all like it's a new thing.
Is Crystal talking right now?
What?
No, we don't listen to you, Crystal.
I know. See what I mean?
Oh, hold on. I have an alibi.
Oh goodness.
Another 8. Do one more 8x8. I totally forgot that we're doing the mini album in the back and not just the aquarium piece. So do one more 8x8. Because you got to put that middle piece in.
Oh, now you're messing up my notes.
I know. 2 8x8s.
So
Three.
it's a back and a what? It's a back and a what? What is it? The divider?
Yeah, the back and the divider. And I'll go over that again once I
Yeah, I don't know why my freaking thing just done, but it did.
First time, Crystal, since she decided to go on Instagram. What timing? Hell.
They just want to know how your tummy's doing, Crystal.
Oh, it's actually a lot better. Thank you. I don't know. I know I'm just getting over a sickness, and so I really think that has a lot to do. And I think, you know, how if you're sick, it's not good to eat certain things. I really think that's good. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I'm going to go over the parts again.
I'm sure she'd say that too.
The top. All right.
If like I have the 8x11 or 8.5 by 11.5, so I'm not going to have those pieces like what you have.
Oh, okay. Well, then you would have 2 8x8s. So you have your back and divider, and they are 8x8. So this is your back that's 8x8, and you have your divider that's going to divide your mini album from your 3D box, which is 8x8.
Mhm.
You have the top of it, and this is adjustable because we're going to decide how big that mini album space we want. This is 8 by 7. That's your top. Your bottom's going to be 8 by 7. And then your side is going to be 8 by 7. Then depending on how big you want that opening, you're going to have these two pieces left over. If you're using a 12 by 12, these pieces should be 8 by 5. And we're going to adjust them once we start constructing the box to how big we want the depth of the 3D box and how big of an opening we want the mini album to be. So that'd be your door on your other side.
And I have this great little tip that I heard, Krista.
Uh-huh.
If you miss a measurement or something, there's rewind. You get to watch and all over again.
I know, everybody went live. Lynn said Dai's on too. Oh my God. I guess everybody had the same idea at the same time. All right.
Wow.
And then we have our 1-inch craft strips, and they are scored down the middle. So you should have about a 1/2 inch on both sides. And then we have our 1/2 inch score tape. So where are you at with cutting, Crystal?
I'm doing the 3 7 by 8s right now.
Okay. All right. So what we want to do first is we want to have our back, and we want to grab our bottom, and we're going to make a L shape like this. Hold on, let me switch cameras and see if this is a better view. Y'all let me know if it's a better view at this angle for what I'm doing now. I'm going to switch cameras. Thank you, Martha. I always have to say that. There we go. Is that a better view? All right, who's speaking food? Martha! Oh, I just see.
She just said thank you, Martha, and then you show up. Oh my God.
That's too funny. Every time I use the camera, it's a thank you, Martha.
Christine Novak got the pumpkin pie M&Ms. They're delicious, aren't they, Christine? Oh my gosh. Hey, Miss Martha. Martha.
How are you doing, Martha? Taco. Oh God. What? Everybody's talking food now. Okay. Y'all gonna make me hungry. All right. So this is the first one. You're gonna take the bottom. Now for me, I have to do the outside of it because sometimes I cover it on the inside and be like, was that the bottom or the top? So I make sure I do it this way. So I know this is the back and this is the bottom, and I am going to take one of the 1-inch strips and I'm gonna go right down the middle and attach these two. So while she catches up, I can go ahead and put it on my strips. Usually what I would do is put all my score tape on it. So sorry you have to watch me do this.
Martha would like to know what you're making, sweetie.
Hey, Martha, you remember this? Oh, shoot.
If camera's too close.
I know. Can y'all see this? You remember this?
There.
The aquarium? I am reconstructing the aquarium from the ground up. I've had several inquiries as to I need to see it from the beginning and I need to go slowly. So we are going to do part 1, constructing the box, which will be on for a couple of hours. And then I'm gathering all of my spookiness, and we're going to do part 2 probably later on this week when, and I'll show you the paper and some of the stuff that I'm going to be using to put in the box, which you'll be surprised at some of it because it's I found one of them when I was changing my filter, and I was like, hey, I can use this for crafting. So, yep. So this is the box we're making. All right. So I am putting score tape. You do not have to use score tape, y'all. If you have a good glue like Fabri-Tac or AGG or whatever, you can use that glue as well, especially if you have a lot of humidity in your area. I just do the whole thing. I'm not trying to measure this because eventually I'll end up cutting it off anyway. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Oh, wait, you know what I forgot? Oh, see? I remember stuff afterwards. I forgot to miter the corners. Make sure when you're putting on your little construction strips, that's why I always call them construction strips, that you miter the corners.
Aren't you going to use a little wet glue too?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, you can if you want. I usually don't. You can either use one or the other. There we go. And it's a little bit too long. And as you can tell, I am not the best measurer. I measure afterwards. Hence, a lot of mistakes. Okay, so those are now mitered. And then I'm just going to take the other one off. Make sure I'm in camera. If I'm out of camera, y'all let me know.
You're in.
Okay. And that way I am even, Steven. If y'all can tell. And it is not off. Because one thing when you're constructing these boxes and stuff, you want to make sure that you are absolutely straight. So a trick that I started with is, where's my ruler? I take my ruler and I'll make sure it's straight, and I'll bump it up against the ruler to make sure it's straight, because it doesn't matter if it's this way, or whatever. It doesn't have to, the ruler doesn't have to be straight, but just make sure that both of these are bumped up against there to make sure it's straight. That's the only thing. I learned that the hard way. So now you have your L shape in here. Make sure that's right. And I'm going to do the other side. So I'm just going to measure my little strip, which I should have done last time. And then put my strips on. So is anyone doing this with me, or is anyone going to try this?
You know I want to do it.
Yes, ma'am. You know that.
Oh, yeah. And just to let you know, this, you can put anything in it. As long as you have a background that you can use. And, oops, wrong way. Any kind of background, and then any kind of details that you want to cut out. It'll work with anything.
And what are you going to be using?
I'm going to show you after I get the box together.
Okay, muting.
All right, so with this one, what I usually do is, let me switch cameras again. I'm becoming a professional camera switcher. There we go. So with this one, what I usually do is I'll have it in my L shape that I want it in before I put the piece on, because you see there's a little bit of a gap that's okay. Okay, that's my L shape. Let me see. There we go. And then I'll go ahead and stick this on. There we go. So I'm trying to do it in camera so that y'all can see as well. All right, there we go. Let's see if it's a perfect L. Do I have a T ruler or something like that? I'm just curious. 90-degree ruler.
Yeah,
No, it is not.
It's a corner thing too. You might.
Look, no, it is not. So I am going to make it a little bit tighter.
Miter time. Carton miter.
I know, right? Yeah, you don't have to be as OCD as I am, but now it is. So I have that on. So this is, you'll notice I have my bottom and then I have my back. So I know how it's sitting. Now I want to put on my side on one side. And this is going to be the 8x7. So I'm going to put it inside again. So I'm going to do it this way and then this way. And we're going to put strips in here. Now make sure, because this is where I always mess up. You see how this one is? It sits pretty much together right here. Make sure that this one is sitting the same way. Because if you just let it sit down, you'll notice that it's going to be slightly off right here by a little millimeter. You don't want that because then you'll have a sloping top. So that's where all this craziness comes in. All right, so we're going to do our next strip. This time I'm going to measure correctly. And you can measure the strips beforehand. If you know it's an 8x8 that you're doing, then you can measure it beforehand. I never do, but I should have put it on camera. But oh, thank you. Amy said that's a great idea with the right angle ruler. So since this strip is going to go on the inside, I'm going to put the tape on the outside. And then usually if I made the strips too big like these are, depending on what I was doing it, sometimes I'll make them too big. There we go. You want to make sure you put the tape by the fold, not by the ends.
Is chipboard a lot stronger than a cereal box?
Yes. Well, cereal box is chipboard. It's just a lightweight chipboard. The chipboard that I get is was ordered, and medium weight chipboard, and then they have heavyweight chipboard, which I think heavyweight chipboard is about 100 points is how they do it. If I'm not
tough stuff.
Say what?
It's tough stuff.
Yeah, it is. And let's put it this way. I've had the same, I have black chipboard, medium weight black chipboard, and I have medium weight regular colored brown chipboard. And I ordered from the Graphics, what is it, Graphics? And some from Amazon. And I've had them for 5 years now. I've had them for a long time. Uh-oh. I just heard thunder.
We're going to have storms here too, I think.
Yep.
Can you please send them?
You want storms?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, me too.
Really? Come take mine, please. Take mine.
Any day, I wish I could.
Oh, wrong way. All right. So I know I'm a little OCD, so I want to make sure that this is correct.
Martha, I wonder how you would know that.
What?
Beer cartons are the same as chipboard TV.
Yep, I'm good. All right, so the inside one is done. Now, a little trick too. If you didn't cut it very good, like I didn't do this one, just a little bit of hangover, that's okay. As long as it's in the front and not in the back, because you want your back to be a right angle. Yes. Okay. So I got that one. Now I'm going to put the one on the outside of it. So who's seen the new, what's that new Prima paper, blue? Oh my gosh.
No, you didn't show it to me.
See, the fireplace I'm making is really, oh, you're making a fireplace, Martha?
Oh yeah,
Okay. All right.
it is amazing.
Martha, you are going to have to come on and show us. I'm about ready to send Martha's package on Wednesday. So she can make the mini album. Okay, wait a minute. I need to do the outside of this. Outside, so I need to put the tape on the inside of the fold. If this gets a little boring, we'll have Christy sing.
You want to lose everybody?
Down on her head.
I can't. I'm chained down, remember?
Muting.
This is disorganized crafter. We don't chain folks.
Oh gosh. Oh no, she ain't trying to just throw it all on my channel. You don't hear this stuff going on now.
I use rope.
Little turkey. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. How did I get that messed up? Oh, I measured it for the wrong thing. Hello. Okay, well. Change your plans when you measure for the wrong thing. Just do the next one.
Just roll with the punches, y'all.
Just roll with it. And I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, where am I at? Here we go.
I'll turn on the radio instead.
Oh, God. Yeah, he'll get us flagged.
Yeah, let's get ready to say, yeah, let's get us flagged. We'll have all kinds of bright red flags in the morning.
Oh,
My
yeah.
singing will give you a whole bunch of red flags too.
Or nauseated stomachs, right?
I know, right?
Thank you.
Maybe
I
we
just
should
wish
get
that could say.
sponsorship from Pepto Bismol if we do that.
Oh, thanks, Penny.
You just said.
And he's like, happy to help, happy to help.
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
I know. Martha's going to have to start posting a lot more pictures.
I need to find my corner in this room too.
Oh gosh.
Hold on. We here at Disorganized Crafters neither abuse our employees,
Oh gosh, listen to that disclaimer coming out.
starve our employees,
Oh my god.
chain them to chairs, buzz them, not all the time. No, just kidding.
That only goes on over at Rustic Ink Angel. Yeah.
That goes on at Rustic Angels. No.
What
We're
goes on
we're
in
2 hours. Look, we're 8 hours. Seems like 2 hours.
And you should see the burn marks on my body from Crystal's show.
Ka-chonk. That was the tour bus.
There's a few of them.
I know, right? Double decker. All right, so we have that side now. Oops, I need to.
Amy said, "I don't want to go that early in my life. This early in my life." With Christy singing.
Okay, Amy, we will not put you through that. All right. So we have the outside. All these 3 corners are done. And I'm just going to smooth them over. I need to find my bone folder. Well, I don't have a bone folder, but I have this. I don't know what it is, but it'll work. I just want to smooth these down. And anything that I didn't get quite right will get smoothed down.
Okay, came to the conclusion. Make me the box and then I'll go from there.
Who's that?
Me.
Oh, this is actually very easy. I'll tell you what I struggled with when I made the first box. That's why I did a separate, like, okay, I'm just going to do this again. And then try to do a separate, you can see I tore it apart, and do a separate one. But it actually doesn't work because of the fact that it's not going to be even. If you don't do it exactly the same way, it's not going to be even.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to check with my ruler. We're good on that side. Flush. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
I just have to tell y'all how lazy my spoiled husband is. I just made chocolate chip cookies, okay?
Oh.
It's the last batch. I said, honey, I just turned off the oven. There's about 2 more minutes. When the timer goes off, could you please just turn the timer off and pull the cookies out of the oven and put them on the top? He said, what? I got to do more than just turn the button off? That's right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow.
All they want is the cookies.
Yep.
I know, right?
But you have to open the oven door to get those cookies.
I know, right? Yeah, I don't know that he's capable of all those tasks.
Might be hard.
I think he's gonna have problems. He's gonna have problems if you don't do it, though.
My dog is again breathing hard behind me.
You feel his hot breath too, huh? He's a big
feel
dog.
his hot breath. I have already fed him. Taken him out.
Martha said she loves watching us craft.
Oh, thank you, Martha. And giving him his little bacon treat from Publix. And because it's 2 for $6. We're not sponsored by Publix. It's just it's just a good deal. But
a good deal.
Yeah, because they give you a big old bag of treats, and it lasts for about my dog lasts for a week. He's a big dog. He's like 55, 60 pounds. So.
Oh, I'd have them for. Well, no, I've got 3 little dogs, so.
Well, they do have treats for smaller dogs too, and I think they put more treats in that one.
Mm-hmm.
These are these little thick bacon strips and little. They call them steak chunks.
Mm-hmm.
That's his favorite.
Mm-hmm.
He does not like the sausages. He turned his nose up at them.
Yeah, my dogs don't like those either. They don't like any of that fake junk.
Yeah. But he does love these bacon ones. Oh my God, he literally goes in front of his snack dish that's up on the counter and starts twirling. Like, yeah, this is what I want. And then you give it to him and he runs off. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Barbara Oliver said her husband just fixed his own supper.
Oh, check you out. Did he? Wait a minute.
I hope he made it for her
Wait a
too.
minute. Who has 3 dogs? I saw something. Barbara, I thought you had 1 dog over 50. You have 3 dogs over 50? Oh my gosh. They must be well trained. All right. So if you were to stop right here, you could actually do something like this. I'm just saying. Because, well, if it's 8 by 8, 8 by 8 or whatever, you can stop right here and this could be whatever you want to make it, and, you know, put some decorative up here, because I was thinking about that last time I did a box.
It would also be a good box to spray things in.
Oh, yeah. And you have a little bit more here. You can flap it out. Okay. So as I look at this, now I got a right side on this side. I know. I didn't stay with my own rules, so I'll know where I'm at. All right. So this is the back. That's the side, and that's the bottom. So now we're right here. So this is going to be where you're going to make a decision on how big you want your aquarium. So you have your bottom on, you have your back on, and you have your full side on. This is going to be the side where you're going to slide in your mini album, and then the front of it, which is going to remain open for now, is going to be where you're going to put your aquarium, whatever scene you want in it. So how big do you want your mini album, and how big or how much do you want here for your decorative area? That's the decision we're going to make right now. That's top. And you got to do this before you put the top on, because if you don't, which happened for me, and I had to tear the whole box down, you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Okay, say that again. You have to make a decision on what size you want the opening to be for your mini album to be in.
Yes. Martha said, go, Nikki, go.
So you're meaning the thickness, the width?
The width. So here's your bottom. Here's your back. And then here's your side. This is the side that's going to, and I'm just going to grab something.
That's where you're going to have the divider.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're going to put your mini album in on this side. So you're going to put your divider somewhere along your side piece that you have right here.
I see.
So where are you at right now?
I'm scoring my.
Oh, okay. Well, while she catches up for a bit, I'll show you the paper that I plan on using, and y'all can help me get my background.
I've been making dinner and doing all sorts of things while doing this.
You're multi-talented.
Because what happened was I came home from the doctor and fell asleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I came home from work and fell asleep. Okay, so recently I just got this paper. We're going to let Miss Crystal catch up a little bit. So, Barbara, be right back. Okay. Oh, yeah, Martha's been 2 days. She worked all day in the yard. What, Sunday, Martha? Holy crap. How many bags of leaves did you get up?
I think she said 8 loads or something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot. Okay, so this is called Spooky Night. And it's designed by Reminisce. You can go to reminisce.com. I think I don't know who else has it. I got it from reminisce.com, I think.
You're ready.
Yeah. Penny.
I didn't. No, it wasn't me. I was not typing.
Oh, really? You weren't doing the link?
No, honest to goodness. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. That's why I keep.
No, we like that.
No, I know, but Tony went to bed. So
Oh, okay.
Tell him to wake his ass up.
He's sick too. He doesn't.
Oh, no.
I know. We just
got
got
from work and went to bed.
Oh, it's so hard to keep guys
from work
sick.
and took a nap.
It's so
So
hard.
this is Reminisce. So you can go to reminisce.com, REMINISCE.com, and it's called Spooky Night Kit. And if Christy or Penny want to look it up and post the link if you're interested. But this is the paper, and it is perfect for, their paper is perfect for if you're doing these kind of scenes in the background, in the boxes, or 3D cards, or 3D boxes, or whatever. So these are great. This one, oh, let me see. I'm gonna make your house with a fish. Oh, Lynn, that's good. Did you order? Is it a kit that you ordered, or are you making everything up? I would love to see that. She's doing a miniature house with a fish tank underneath. Wow, Lynn Young.
Whoa.
Barbara, oh my God, I have to get me some of that paper. I love the moon. I know, right? I just love the color. It's like a bluish, dark bluish.
Oh my gosh, Martha's still got 3 more bags to go. Oh my heck.
I can't even see that, Martha. When I bought my house, I'm like, no trees, thank you, no leaves. Yeah, I'm lazy with the yard work. Plus, I'm allergic to grass, so. But
Yeah, you have.
I have bad allergies.
There's the link to the main website, but from there you should be able to see every place that it sells.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to get it directly from them.
Yeah, and they have gorgeous. I mean, this is Spooky Night, but they have like
There's another one.
Yeah, Enchanted, Christmas, I think. So this one I like as a background. So
Like a
You marked the page, Penny?
I'm sorry?
You marked the page, Penny?
What do you mean?
Bookmark?
She put the link in.
you put the link in. When Reminisce calls it a kit, that means they give you the paper and some stickers. that's their version of a kit. So here's
Pumpkin Hollow is another awesome night or awesome Halloween.
Live a moment.
Oh, what? Who? Hey. Hello.
Yes.
Color Killer, what the F is this? I just wanted to find a Halloween show. Well, if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. We don't need an attitude here.
Oh well, let's see.
What?
Thank you for joining us, but we don't need that. Thanks, girls.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, that was odd. See, you made me go look up a link and I missed a troll.
I know, right?
Hey, troll, I was looking for Halloween stuff just for you.
Thank you, Amy. Amy responded.
Thank you,
just fine.
Amy.
Amy did just right. That was awesome.
All right. So,
That is not Facebook. That is my telephone. No idea.
so this is one of the scenes, and it's a spooky graveyard, and it has the mountains and the witch in the back with some bats flying. I love this as a background. It is double-sided, y'all, which I kind of, for these types of paper, I don't like it double-sided, but at least they give you 2. So that's a good thing. This one is the just branches and bats coming out, but this one's a good one too. Then they have the spooky, I think, sort of like forest look, and this has a greenish tinge to it.
So pretty.
I love that.
Yeah, I do. That's another one of my favorites because you can put anything in the box that you want.
Yep.
I know the moon is great, isn't it, Talise? Thank you, Martha.
I love the willow tree. Oh,
Yeah,
Now look at the moon there.
yeah. This is the same as there, but yeah, this is a bright moon.
Freaking gorgeous.
It looks a little bit darker than it is, but it's greenish here and then a darker grayish on the outside. But this is the raven and the branches, which is also a good background because you can have branches coming in or trees or whatever. This one isn't going to work because it's too big. And let me get the 8x8. You have to take it, and usually what I'll do is I'll get an 8x8 sheet of paper or vellum or something like that, so I can see where I want to put it. You'll see me do this later, but the moon is not going to fit, or it's going to be too big for you to really do anything with, unless you make your box bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Loves the ravens. I know, right? This is another one. This I like, but again, if you're making a 3D box, what I'm kind of looking for is it to be a little bit smaller, because you want the other objects in front of your box to be a little bit bigger. So I'm looking for it to be a little bit smaller. So this would be too big. And I like this. This you can do anything with. This will be spooky too. Yeah, this one, the forest. And they also have dies that are like this, that you can color black and add like in the first or the second layer of the box to make it seem like it's a whole forest throughout the box, and then have figures in between the woods. I was thinking about that too. And then I think I showed you this one, but this is the last one. I like this one as well. And then they give you stickers, and these stickers aren't going to work for me. So what I might do is, out of this paper, I may use 1 or 2 sheets. So when I finish this box, I will give away the remaining in a giveaway. So, and again, I don't know how many I'm going to use, 1 or 2, because I'm going to use several, but I may cut out a few out of there. Anyway, so that's the paper. Where are we at, Crystal?
Well, okay. So I've got the back.
Okay.
I've got the bottom.
Yeah, let's click on you and see how you're doing.
I've got the top, I've got the bottom, and I've got the side.
All right, so the bottom is going to be the 8x7.
Right. I've wrote on it. I've wrote all my pieces.
Okay.
Okay, but the bottom doesn't need to be 8x8, huh?
No, the bottom needs to be 8x7.
7x8. Okay.
Yeah. So you want to hook your back piece to the bottom piece on the 8x8 side. And how did you attach it? Sorry, I missed that. So did you run a line of glue and then? Well, I use score tape, but you don't have to. So you can take, if you want to click on me, I'm still going to be on you. But so what you do is, if you're going to be using glue, then you want to take the bottom piece to the top piece and run a thing of glue on the inside of the construction strip, and then put your pieces, and then put it on the bottom. Then you should have this sticking out.
Okay. Dang, I didn't cut all my flipping pieces. Darn it. I didn't cut the like, I just stripped all the paper, the 8x12. I didn't cut my little
Well, see, this is good, because if someone else is doing it along with us, or if you do it later, then these are some of the questions that you might have.
Toby's got to leave. She says, bye all. Going to pick up pizza, then watching Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah. All right. Bye, Toby. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, bye, Toby.
Yeah.
So all of these little strips should be cut 8x8, right?
No. I cut them as I use them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
But
thanks.
yeah, you should cut a couple of 8x8 strips. You're fine. So put on the inside flap, which is right here. You're going to put your glue, and then you're going to put it on the bottom chipboard piece on the 8x8 side. And so she's using glue, y'all, AGG. So you can see you can either use score tape or you can use glue. I'm using score tape.
And I'm making sure I'm putting a bead of glue right in the corner.
Yeah. So yeah, then put your on the 8x8 side, and then at a right angle you want to put your back piece on the 8x8 side. Well, the back piece is 8x8, so. And then make sure that is nice and secure. And then once you have it on the outside, then you want to put it on the inside. So you're going to put it on both sides.
Okay.
Who you calling AGG, Nikki? Crystal!
That reminds me, I need to order some before winter.
I know. Okay, so anybody that needs AGG before winter, it is starting to turn the fall, and everybody needs to get their AGG stock. Oh yeah, we had a troll, June. You missed it. He was looking for a Halloween spooky show. I don't know what he was looking for, but just won't it.
Well, and he wasn't all that bad, you know. He wasn't the worst that there is, you know. So,
How you
but
know
it was just rude.
Yeah,
I don't know that it was a he. You're right.
that's right. Could have been she. Okay, so what I usually do, Crystal, is I will put it on the outside to get and make sure that that right angle is there, and then I'll put the strip on the inside so it'll be both sides, and then I'll move on to the other side piece and put that on, and do both sides, and then do the corner.
You do both sides, and then you do and then you seal.
Yeah, and then I do the next one, the next piece. So you see how when you do both sides, it stiffens up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart, doing these little corners like that. That's.
Yeah, and make sure you miter your corners, and that's all.
Now I see why you ordered that. You were so excited about that craft sticky tape stuff.
I know. Oh my God. I was going to use it, but since, you know, not everybody has craft paper. I found on Amazon, y'all, it's craft paper labels. I guess they're like mailing label type, but it's made with craft paper, and it already has all the sticky on the side. So all you have to do is cut your strips and use them. But I didn't want to do that, and because not everybody's going to have it. So
right.
Crystal, are you wearing a leaf sweater? Amy Wolf wants to know.
Yeah, it's got fall colors on it.
Wait a minute, the first day of fall is tomorrow, right? September 22nd.
Yep.
Oh, fall projects are in the work. Uh-oh.
Today's the 24th, Nikki.
Oh. Damn it. Darn it. Yes, it's been rough. What was I thinking?
Yes, I like my Henley shirt. That's funny. Penny even knows what they are. Wow.
Oh, she's on leaf printed Henley. Oh, okay.
Girl, she even knows what it is.
I did not. In her paper, the stickers look so childish. They look so off in the papers. Yeah, you're right, Amy. That's why I'm not even going to use them, because they have really they have sayings that, what does it say? Spooktacular, stay spooky, come in for a bite, don't make me send the flying monkeys. Don't make me send the flying monkeys. Yeah, booyah. It's if the broom fits. So yeah, I don't like the stickers on it. But it'd be good if you're making that type of album though. Okay. Martha said, Crystal, I'm going to get you in the parking lot for that stuff. Ha 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 ha. All right, so now that Miss Crystal's catching up, I'm going to click back on me and finish and do the inside. So the divider is going to be 8 by 8 because your bottom piece going across is 8, and then your height is 8. So that's what I forgot the first time. Oh Lord, my dog is next to me begging for food. No, go to your chair. Go to your chair. Bye-bye.
Martha said, I'm off to see the wizard.
Oh, Lord.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Because.
So usually what I do, because what you're going to have your album's going to be here, and then you're going to have one piece of acetate, and then you're going to have your piece of acetate in the front. And let me see. I have a acetate sheet, or you can order the 11. These I've had forever. I got from clearscraps.com, and they're just a 12 by 12 piece of acetate. So you're going to have one piece of acetate here, and then you're going to have one in the front, but you're going to have to put them on a certain way. So usually I want it to be pretty even. So whatever measurement I have for the front piece, I want it to be pretty even. So the one I did for the aquarium was 3 inches. And because if it's too far apart, then the elements are not going to look like you want them to look, like close together, but a little bit of distance. Or you can do 4 inches. And 4 inches will give you 3 inch back here for your album. So I think I'm going to do, for this one, I'm going to do 4 inches because I want to put a lot of elements in it. So I'm just going to mark it off at the 4 inch mark and input the there we go.
Okay, so what I have noticed is if you put your board behind, okay, so you need to pay attention to how you put your board. If you put your board on, say this is the bottom piece.
Let me click on you.
If you put your board, if this is your bottom board, and put your other board on top of your bottom board, then that is right. No. Then that is wrong.
No,
so you want to put it on the ground and behind it. Put it on top, then it lifts it a little bit. So I almost just messed up. So just so everyone knows, if they're going to do this, whoever decides to do this, to make sure your pieces are on the ground. Because see, me, I always, whenever I make something, I stack it on top of the edge. I don't.
And that's going to cause it to be unstable a little bit too if you're adding elements and a top and a side, and yeah, because that'll tear your strips. So that's why you want that piece at the corner. Wait a minute, hold on, I have to take a pause for the cause. Amy said she's never seen The Wizard of Oz.
What? I want you to watch that this week. There will be a test.
Amy said, why? It is actually good. I've seen documentaries on it. Holy crap, I spelled it right.
You've seen documentaries, but you haven't watched the show. Amy, watch the show. Yes, it's a classic, dude.
Oh my God, you have to watch The Wizard of Oz.
You don't want to miss that. That's a good one. You will enjoy it.
Yes. And
have you seen no, it left my mind.
What?
The Wizard of Oz.
No, she hasn't.
I mean, with Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Okay.
That's pretty sad if you have not seen that one.
Wait a minute. Martha even said, what? Not seen The Wizard of Oz? Oh my God.
We represent the Lollipop Kids. The Lollipop Kids. The Lollipop Kids.
Yeah, you need to watch it. Oh my gosh, girl.
Okay, that is your mission, Amy, is you need to watch The Wizard of Oz and you need to post in Disorganized Crafter your analogy of The Wizard of Oz once you've watched it.
She has not seen Alice in Wonderland either.
Oh my, okay. Now I think you're just messing with us.
Have you? Yeah, right. Have you seen Tim Burton's Wizard of Oz? Or Alice in Wonderland? Alice Through the Looking Glass?
Yeah.
Come on, girl. Are you serious? I wish that she lived next door.
You'd be taking a video over.
Yeah, I will be running my movies over to you.
Christine Hoback says she doesn't trust people who have never seen The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Amy, we can't be friends until you've seen them, okay? Okay. Oh my gosh, girl, I can't believe that.
What?
Yeah.
Have you seen Harry Potter? I bet she's seen Harry Potter and she hasn't seen freaking them. Watch. How much you want to bet?
Yeah.
Unless her family doesn't. Some parents don't believe in that type of stuff. So
Talise said we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
We represent the Lollipop Kids. The Lollipop.
Oh my gosh, you need to seriously watch it.
I know.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings.
Penny knows about Munchkin Land.
My
Sorry, Penny.
Have you seen The Hobbit? Yeah, what about
I resemble those remarks. Shut up.
You do strongly resemble them.
Martha said, did you all know that there is a part in the movie with the witch? There is a guy in the background painting.
Really?
Now we all have to watch again.
Now we have to watch again. Well, Martha does have a hawk eye.
Yeah, it's where she is there with the smoke, right, Martha? I can see her. I can see what she's talking about. I'm pretty sure that's where it's at.
When they find the Tin Man.
Oh,
I'm wrong then. Nope, I'm wrong.
Christine Hoback says she knows the words by heart to the entire movie and all the songs.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can do that with Twilight too. It's unbelievable. I am a twitard.
Oh, there you go, Talise. And the Lord of the Rings. Oh yes, especially when the little what do you call it?
My precious. My precious.
No, my precious. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Never do that again.
I know somebody tuning in is like, what is going on here?
Oh, I love the Johnny. I freaking love Johnny Depp. I love anything that man does.
Oh, yeah, he's a good actor. I'm sorry. He can do
Right. I
anything.
love him in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I love him in, I mean, clear back to Friday the 13th, his first, or Nightmare on Elm Street, his first movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm doing, y'all, is I
I read the books. Hold on. She says she's read the. Yes, I love Willy Wonka old and
You
the
read the books.
Johnny Depp,
You
but
watched the
I'm not a
movie.
fan of the new version. Yeah, the new version was a little. It is a little different. Yes. But
Oh,
that's exactly why they make it different like that, is so that you're not referencing the old one. You're not waiting for that part to happen, you know. Wow. Oh, Amy, you've got to get busy this week, girl. I'm so serious. I really want you to watch them. You love Johnny Depp, but not his Willy Wonka. All right, Elise.
Yes, Christine.
Alice and Johnny Depp. It was all right. What?
Oh, okay.
So she's just not a fan of. Maybe she's not a fan of that fantasy type of stuff.
Yeah.
I love it because it takes your mind away from everything, and you can be a dreamer.
a child
A
again.
little bit.
My problem is I wish that I was there. I wish I would never come back to reality.
She needs no. The only movie I can see Crystal in is Avatar. She would be the one. No, you do not kill for nothing.
Yeah, I would go beat up all them humans. Messing with my tree.
The tree of life. Okay, so what I'm doing with the divider is I'm taking some of the construction strips and I am putting them on the bottom, and I'm forming, it's on both sides. So on the bottom of the strips, I put one strip on this side, and then I put one strip on the opposite side. And this is going to be your base to put in like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the side, and it's going to attach to the back piece. And we're going to do this for the top piece as well, but not until we put the top on. So we can go ahead and put the construction strips on all three sides. So that's what I'm doing now, to put the divider in. I learned this the hard way. Doing it this way is better than the other way.
Tim Burton is crazy brilliant.
Chili who?
Have you seen the fifth one?
I think is it the Fifth Element or the fifth one? I haven't seen the fifth one. What is that?
Christine Hobart, Gilbert Grape, Captain Jack.
Oh, yeah, Captain
Tim
Jack.
Burton is crazy. Watching The Wizard of Oz. Barbara Oliver's watching The Wizard of Oz. I like the witch. I touched myself to what?
Taught.
Her. Oh, I taught myself to laugh like her.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that too, Barb.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead, hit it.
Oh no, I can't right now. I'm not feeling good.
Some movies they really shouldn't touch and do remakes.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Are you talking about the dead? Yeah, Dead Man Hotels. Yeah.
Oh, go away. My dog is like right behind my chair. If I move my chair, I'd run over his feet.
Oh no.
I know. He does this all the time.
Crunch.
I bought him his own chair so he can sit down, but nope. He has to be up under me. Taught not taught. What? What? Oh, taught not to. Yo. Yeah, we got it. Oh my God. Flying monkeys were so funny though.
Okay. Nikki.
Hmm?
I'm confuzzled.
Okay, hold on. Let me attach this, and then we're gonna click on you and unbefuzzle you.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, go.
Okay, I've got door 1, door 2, side 2. I've got side 1 here. Why is side 2 not all the way up here?
What? I can't see it from the top. Do it from the side. You have the back.
Yep.
That's the side, and you got it the wrong way.
This is the back.
Yeah.
No, this is the back. This is the bottom. This is the
Side.
side. Where does this one go?
That's you're going to create your side once you put your divider in. So I've decided I'm going to do 4 inches.
Okay, so this is not a real 8x8 then.
No, so it should be 8x5.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, your divider is 8x8. Yes.
Oh, I did have it the wrong way.
That's what I thought.
Never mind. Never
Okay,
mind.
so yeah, your divider, put your divider in first, which is 8x8. So I'm doing 4 inches. So I measured from the front of the box to inward 4 inches. And then the box or mini album area is going to be 3 inches.
Oh, okay. So the mini album's going to be 3 inches.
Yeah.
And the front is going to be 4 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I had it upside down. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to click back on the link. All right. So you see how I got this, Crystal? I have 1, 2 of the construction strips to form the bases. And I'm going to put it on all 3 sides so that when it goes in, it's going to go in like this. And then you'll have your construction strips at the top for when you put your top piece on.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you thinking ahead, little brilliant one?
I'm trying. Lessons learned from last time.
I'll be right back.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay, Christy.
Christine Hoback says she loved Keith Richards in 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got that, and then we do the last side, and then we can stick the divider in. And we're going to use this one. Have little divider pieces all over. Okay, I'm going to do that one.
I can't believe Amy has. Wow, that blows my mind. I'm glad we had this conversation. See, isn't it amazing how different things happen and then you have conversations, and now she knows that she needs to watch it because every single person just about in chat said, Amy, you need to watch it.
She says she reads a book about every couple of days. Oh, I'm an avid reader too. I love to read.
She can't remember what she reads.
She said she can't remember this. Hey, Amy, I can't either, but I like it when I read it.
I do audiobooks so I can do stuff while reading.
Oh, Talise. Okay, Talise is going to be my sister from another mother. I love that series too. City of Bones, City of Glass. I forgot what their third book was.
City of Kiss My. Oh, I mean, what?
Yes. Oh, what was it? Well, I can't. It's on my phone. Lynn said she lives in Liverpool, where Paul McCartney was from. Don't like him. He got famous here, but said it was. Oh, said it was shh. and forgot his roots. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
my son knew.
Yeah, that's sad.
Um,
But you know, it
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, Barbara. Oh, wait.
could have been.
My husband was on ladder and it slipped and he went flying by the kitchen. Oh my God, Barbara, you need to call 911. City of Ashes, that's what it was, Felice. I told him he looked like the witch.
Oh, Wizard of Oz.
Barbara, she's messing with us. Are you messing with us? Oh my God, I was getting ready to call 911. Go to this address. There's a flying man.
There's a lady who was dancing with her dog today.
Is he okay?
Did that just happen, or was it the other day? Or
She said, yeah, he's fine. Oh my God. She scared me. I was thinking that it just happened. I'm like, what?
Oh, by the way, my husband just went whipping by off a ladder.
Yeah, right.
I'll let the keep crafting.
I'll let the girls know in chat.
I know. Continue crafting. I think Barbara's paying us back for all the time we made her stomach hurt.
That's funny.
You know, you might be right.
Yeah, I think she's getting us back.
Little Nikki just went running up to me. I knew she had to go out.
She said, Amy said she just saw The Princess Bride. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Oh, that's a good
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh,
series you haven't seen. Oh, wow.
no, I haven't seen that one. Talise said, we see on the broom.
Cracks me up when he's rolling down the hill.
Alrighty, so I have, okay, so I have all my pieces on for the divider. And once we get the box together, because I don't like closing it up until I have all of the pieces that I have on here. But unlike another channel I know that got booted off YouTube after 8 hours, I'm not going to say who. Because I don't want to throw that person under the bus.
Dang, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That was crazy.
Wasn't it?
That was I was literally talking to y'all, and y'all weren't there. And then Christy says, "You know, we're off air." I was like, "What?"
That was funny.
There was no panic in her voice, no nothing. You know, we're off air. What?
I did not sound like that.
Oh my God. You know, we're off air. This little quiet freaking little mouse.
Why are you still talking? We're not live. She's probably laughing in the background at her. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention. Let's pull the line all the way out. Because I want to make sure that you're going to cover this anyway. So.
Oh, I've been there, done that.
I know. Is that 4 inches?
With my Timmy ruler.
With your Timmy.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Started my morning by enabling you.
You know something?
I know.
I'm personally going to write Timmy and be like, Timmy, please come to a Rustic Ink Angel show so we can shock and one time you're going to say, Timmy, and he's going to say, what? And And I'm just gonna die laughing because you won't be able to say nothing afterwards.
Yeah, I might be a little bit embarrassed. A little bit.
I think her montage would come across something like
Is that you?
She will forget what she's even crafting.
I know, right?
he dials his protection, his public his attorney. We need to extend that.
We're just on here to say that Nicole cannot measure and put stuff straight. Okay. Okay, so I do have to say one thing. When you're doing these construction strips and putting them down and on this chipboard, if you do mess up, you might have to put another construction strip down because they do stick. So if you're not a good measurer like me, there we go. 4. Oh crap. I know I'm a little OCD, y'all. So yeah, I'm checking all the way down because I don't want it to be crooked.
Amy is asking what tool you're using, Nikki.
Oh, this is a Timmy ruler. So I just messed up my tape because it does stick good. So I need to put a little bit more down when I adjust this. It's the Tim Holtz ruler. Okay, now I'm good.
Not a
And this-
crafter's companion.
They don't have a ruler yet. When they come out with a ruler, I will be getting it.
Poor
Oh,
Timmy will be
there.
thrown away.
Oh yeah, Timmy. It'll be a Timmy versus Crafter's Companion on our show.
Organized crafter.
And in this corner, it's a cage match.
In this corner, you have Tim Holtz,
Welcome to
wielded by Rustic Ink Angel. In this corner, you have Crafter's Companion, wielded by the disorganized crafter. Who will win? Let's break out the glass mats.
Nikki. Okay, it hasn't came yet. Hold on.
Nikki, I am very disappointed in you.
What?
You made me lose a bet.
What? What's the bet?
I said that that you were only going to be on for 1 hour, 48 minutes, and I think 59 seconds.
No, I said 2 hours. I thought, and I'm almost finished constructing the box, and then we're going to pick it up probably. We'll see tomorrow or Wednesday, most likely Wednesday, and we'll start doing the box and decorating. Okay, so the bottom is on, and before you attach the sides, make sure that you measure, that you have the appropriate distance, because that's going to make a difference when you start putting in the acetate. Okay?
Amy wants to know, Nikki, what's that paintbrush thingy?
This? Oh, it's I don't know what it is or where I got it. It is a basic gray. I found it in Michael's one time, and it was in the scrapbooking section with the tools. This is a roller. So I don't know what is rolling. I ain't never used it. And then this is, I call it the scraper and whatever, but I usually use it to smooth things down. Cause sometimes I like this better than a bone folder because I can get more area.
Martha said it's been only 2 hours. It's almost 10 p.m. Got another 5,849 hours to go.
It's a mixed media stylus, Nikki.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh. Well, what do you use this piece for?
That is to round like flowers or to.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you would
That is called a ball stylus.
Yeah. So you can take your flower and put it in, like if you're hand making flowers, you put the flower in the center of your palm or on like a foamy type of mat, like a mouse pad, and then you take that end and you rub it, and then it makes the flower dimensional. The same thing with, you can use it to make marks through like texture paste and your glass bead gel. Yeah, you can do all kinds of things with that tool.
Oh, what? Didn't
If
know.
you don't have a set of different size ball styluses, get them.
Yeah.
They're really cheap and they are so useful.
Yeah.
Are you always buying stuff you don't know what it's used for? Nikki?
I liked it for this. What's that?
She liked the scraper.
I like the scraper.
Okay.
I mean, you bought it for the squeegee? Really?
Yes, I bought it for the squeegee because I didn't. Okay, so this, I've had this for decades. Well, not decades, for about 6 years. This was before all the bone folders and stuff started coming out. And I couldn't find anything to smooth my tape and stuff or paper down. And at the time I was using glue, so, and I didn't know about these little things, brayers. So this is what I came up with. I've been using this for years. You see it, the edge of it is like really nice and sharpened.
And Kathleen says, hello, panel.
Hey, Kathleen.
How are you?
I just saw her message. Christine Holback said Finnabair has paintbrushes like that. Oh yeah, I have those.
Yeah, we've got those.
Yeah, these are the paint brushes, and these have the silicone tips, and these spread really nice. I have the small one and for smaller projects, I have the one. I think it was a 1 inch and 2 inches. It is.
I'm gonna do some. Oh, and I tell you what, if you don't have those silicone brushes, they are fan-flippin-tastic. Now you can get them in the cooking section as well as
Really?
yes, as well as other paint areas. And they're a little bit cheaper. They're not that much. So if you're already ordering stuff online, then go ahead and spend the money. But I don't know if you girls have Harbor Freight around you.
Oh yeah.
But this is called a 3-pack spreader.
Oh, let me click on you. Go ahead.
This is called a 3-pack. That's made by Pittsburgh. 3-pack spreader. These are flexible, okay? And there's 3 different sizes. That they're a lot more flexible than what you're seeing. It's because there's one running long ways in between this other short one. So there's one that's like 4 inches, one that's like 3 inches, another one that's like maybe an inch. No, it's probably 2 inches. And they're very flexible. These are fantastic to do any kind of mixed media, to spread paints, to mix paints, to spread your texture paste, to do all sorts of things. These things are fantastic.
And you do not waste texture paste.
Yes.
I tell you.
And the cheapest place to get them is Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight has them. You just have to look for them. They're in a weird place, so you've just got to kind of look around your store. But they are. Let's see. They are. I don't know. I can't remember if I paid $3.99 or $4.99. I can't remember, but yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all real quick.
And
Penny,
and Penny had been looking for these, and Penny found them for, I want to say $6.99 or $7.99.
$6.99.
You can get them for half price. Dang near.
Look, I'm going to show y'all how thin and delicate this thing. You can use this if you're doing cartonage. When I got mine in a cartonage set, and then Crystal said she saw them at Harbor Freight. So I'm like, oh.
Well, I had them already.
Oh yeah, she already had them.
Yeah.
And so when you're doing using texture paste, I'm just going to get a piece of chipboard and do it real quick. Oh, here. Let's just do it on this. And then I got dog toys behind me. I need a bottle. And I need a stencil. Oh, let's do that one. Texture paste. All right. So.
Barbara Oliver said, my husband is going to end up telling me I can't wait, you all, LOL, because I will be asking him to take me to Harbor Freight.
Uh-oh.
They have good magnets there too. They have a little teeny, let me find it. They have a little teeny tube of magnets. Dadgummit, where's it at?
Oh, here it is.
Well, I can't find it. Anyway, there's a little teeny tube of magnets, and they're in a little teeny like tube, you know, like a lipstick tube or whatever. And they're like $1.99 or $2.99, and they're tiny, 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 tiny little magnets, and they work fantastic for doing your cards or your albums or whatever, you know. However, I did just find some on Joom for a pretty good deal. So I did order those, and I'll let you know how those are, because if those work, those are going to be so much cheaper. But you have to be careful because of the size. You do have to be careful, and you don't want to order junk, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of times if it's cheap, then it's junk. So you got to be careful that way.
Alrighty. So I'm just going to get a piece of paper. So I'm going to use this stencil, but you don't waste anything.
Nope.
With this little scraper. Let me see.
But if you don't do, you know, texture paste or, you know, things like that, then it does work just as good as a brayer. I will tell you that, and it's actually cheaper than a brayer, and you get 3 of them. But you can also use an old credit card or an old like card from, you know how you have to have those shopping clubs, you know, you can use something like that as well. For a scraper, but it's not as good. It's not as flexible.
Yeah, and you can get all in the corners.
Yep.
And I'm going to show you how little
Click on yourself.
behind.
Yeah, click on yourself, Nikki.
Oh, I thought I was. I was clicked on myself.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. So that's how much I have left. When I lift this up, it's perfect, but there's hardly any left on the stencil.
Mm-hmm. Which is great, because cleaning stencils it sucks.
Yeah. And then you can put whatever, even on the tubes, you can put whatever it is back in your tube. Because I may like getting craft supplies, but I hate wasting it.
Kathleen said you all's boxes turned out gorgeousness.
Oh, thank you. The books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Which I still actually owe somebody because we got cut off before we could do the giveaway. So on the next Rustic Ink, we'll give that away, which was the what was it? The rice paper.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there's hardly any waste. Now I messed that up because I usually put a piece of paper and clean up and done. All right, but demo, okay.
And that is fantastic. They're just fantastic. A fantastic tool. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so back to the box. Okay, so we have our box. And I don't like to put the top on because now that we have the box constructed, we already know that we're going to put this here for the mini album, and we're going to create the door. So now we just need to measure our two side pieces to make sure that we're good to go on our sides. We're not going to attach them, but we're going to measure them. So I'm going to put this right here. And I want to make sure that this is seamless as possible. Now, this is the one that you're going to measure from the top here, because you want this to be seamless. So if you put, I'm trying to think of how to put this. You want this side to be as smooth as this side. So when I do the door piece, the door hinge is going to be on the inside of here, and it's going to swing open, and then it's going to sit on the inside of here. So what we want to make sure is that it doesn't look like there's a door there when we put it on. So we're going to put it right on the inside so that the outer piece, let me see, that the outer piece here and then these two pieces fit and match up perfectly. That's what I learned from the last time. I had to tear the box apart 3 times before I learned that. Hence why we put the stuff on the other way. So it's going to be seamless. So I'm going to measure these and cut. I think one was 4 inches, and you might have to shave a tad bit off. That's why I never cut the other side pieces before. So this is 4 inches, and from inside to inside is going to be a tad under 3. The first mark of the 3 inch. Okay, got it. 3 and 4. Oh, this is 8 inches, so do not cut the 8-inch side. I want to cut it on the 5-inch side. So this one's going to be 4. And this one's going to be 3. Oops.
How's it going, Crystal?
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, I'm good. I'm perfect.
Oh, cool. All right.
I got that sucker lined right up.
Yeah, and I always check with my little. Yay! 90 degrees. This one is not quite 90 degree, and it is going to bother me. But I'm not going to do anything about it right now. I can make it 90 degree once I put the doors on this side. So the two side pieces that make up the other side are going to be 8 by 4 and 8 by 3. And I'm not going to attach, I'm going to attach, oh, that's right. We're going to do this the next show because the door has to be attached with hinges. So there's 2 things you can do. If you don't have those, I think Michaels sells them for what, 99 cents or something like that, those little hinges, because you want to put a hinge on here to open it up, and then possibly put a magnet right here. I'm going to try to figure this out before the next show.
You can also do it with Tyvek though, Nikki.
That's what I was going to say. If you do not have the hinges, then you can use Tyvek, because Tyvek you can open back and forth and it will not tear.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done that with Tyvek many a times. So if you don't have that, then and you don't have any Tyvek, the local post office, we'll have a supply of them. But yeah, so you can get some Tyvek and use that as the hinge. And I think I will do that, and then and show you that, and then show you the other way. So, and there'll be like little tiny strips you may have to cut off, and that's why because I'm putting it in now, and it looks like I have to shave off just a tad bit. So if it's just a little bit, I usually will get a sander and just kind of do the size. If it's just like a millimeter or something like that, I'll sand the side. If it's a little strip, I'll try it with the Fiskars. So I'm going to go ahead and put this side on. And then we'll be finished with this part. I do not put the top on until after I finish decorating the back and the sides, because let me tell you, last time I did that one, I had put the top on and everything and hadn't decorated the sides or papered the inside. It was horrible. It was bad, let me tell you. All right, so this is going to be the last piece, and then we're going to get our decorations together so we can finish up the box and decorate it on the show. How was Wednesday for everybody?
It should be fine.
Okay, so I'm thinking
April's here.
April, we are making my inside the box spooky box challenge. So this is the aquarium piece of it.
Hi,
And
April.
we're making the inside the box. So this is going to be inside my box. Okay, lost tape. Here we go. He is 4.0. Is he 4? He's only 4.5 pounds, Penny? Good God.
He weighs less than little Mickey. Wow.
He's small. Talise gave April hearts. Mother said, hey, April, hearts and flowers.
Penny said he's a little chubby monster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, right. Where's some chubby on him?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There's a little thing. All right, chat is chatting among themselves. So on the piece I cut for the front side of the box, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the divider. Is I'm going to put one here and then one on the inside, and then I'll cover the outside. Let me see. Oh, how you feeling, April? Yeah, I thought April would be out when she said she took meds. I was like, oh, she's gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was asking how April's feeling. How everyone feeling? Which is better, Nikki? Oh, sorry. Amy, which one is better for what?
Okay, so I have another question.
Yes.
If
Do I
you're
need to call you?
sure.
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm putting the door here,
Mm-hmm.
am I leaving this as a gusset? Am I leaving that open and then hooking the side here? And so then that piece of
No, this is what I usually do. But if you have a better way, please tell me. But what I usually do is I have the door is going to be here.
so it's hooking to what? The back?
Yes. So this divider right here.
Yep.
Depending on the back, I think is going to be a little bit more sturdier. So I'm going to swing it open this way.
Okay.
So I am going to put the hinges here in the back before I paper it, and then or the hinges right here on the side. But I don't want to show them, so I'm going to try it with the hinges on the inside to see how it works before I get back on camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then this piece of it, it should just kind of, once you close the door, it should fit right in there. So you don't really have to, have anything right here.
Okay, because what my question was, I was going to hook the door right here.
Oh.
Okay. So if I hook the door right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got this that's hooked right here, then this has got to kick out a teeny bit to open. If not, it's going to swing. Well, I guess I could do that. I guess I could seal this up, and I guess I could hook it with the door open, so that there's already a space for the door, for the hinge to swing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that it keeps it sealed, but yet there's a hinge to swing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I was. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
And we'll work it out tomorrow before Wednesday.
And then, so am I doing this side right now? Are you doing the side right now, or what are we waiting for?
So the front, let me click on me. So this is what we have now. So what I'm doing is you have your divider piece with your phalanges here, or your construction strips. And then this is your side piece, the 4x8. And then that's going to get hooked down here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. That's going to get hooked right here. So I'm looking to see how I have this and making sure that it's the same way.
Oh, I see. So it sits on the inside of that wall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what. Okay. That's where.
Yeah, this is where I have it, because I sat the front piece right up at the top on the inside.
Okay.
And then this piece will do the same thing. It's going to sit right here. And then if there's any issue before I attach the side, I can trim it. But for some reason, it's working out just perfect. So.
April wants to know, where do I post the pics for Inside the Box Challenge?
Of course, in Disorganized Crafter, and we're in your group and in Rusty King Angel. Post them everywhere. We all want to see.
them.
And she also said, great, now I'm going to be behind on the aquarium that I have been waiting to make.
I know. I've been trying, because okay. So the reason why I decided to do this, you've been out, is that I am going, will be out of pocket for about maybe 2.5 months. So I'm trying to finish my Inside the Box challenge and a couple of more things that I said I was going to do. So I'm trying to get them finished before I have to go. And no, you won't be behind, because you can catch up before we get do the second part. So get better and get the craft done.
Get to crafting.
In other words, get working on it tonight and tomorrow, and you'll be caught up.
Yes. And I'm taking it very, very step by step and very slow. So you should be able to follow along, and I give good measurement. Although the one person that doesn't need any kind of inside the box measurements is Miss Martha and her freaking gorgeous inside the box. Oh my God. I'm still trying to get it from her. She won't give it to me.
Amy wants to know which is better, a hinge or Tyvek?
A hinge or a what?
Or Tyvek.
Tyvek.
Depending on what you're using for. Like for this purpose, for this, what I'm doing here, putting the boxes together, if you're going to have a lot of strain or opening and closing, Tyvek. If it's just going to be you're constructing it and putting it together, craft paper will do you just fine. I wouldn't use Tyvek on it unless it's going to be constantly opening and closing for this sort of purpose. Or if you're in an area where there's a lot of humidity, Tyvek would be a good option as well, because it will come away from the I have to go to training for work, so, and it's about a month long, and then I'm going to Orlando again, so again, and that will be for a week, and then I immediately go from there to Barbara's area. So then Barbara thinks I was playing about coming to visit her. I'm not. I will be there, and I'm going to show you how to do hangouts. Yeah, I know April's already trying to move when I told her I was coming. Too bad.
No one comes to see me.
Well, shit, you live too far out.
Yeah, but she lives in the best area.
Well, I do have to say she has coffee, so she has that good coffee there. Okay, so I'm just being very careful putting this down because I really want it to be even, Steven. So before I put it down, I just want to make sure that it's flush. And that's the OCD talking, but
no, that's called proper construction techniques.
Yep.
all right. So
Cool, Nikki. Just let me know ahead of time so I could clean my house top to bottom.
yeah, and have my cold brew coffee. Oh my God. So April has me hooked on cold brew coffee now.
What?
Yes.
Never tried that.
Oh, it's good. She has me hooked.
April says, I can't even get up to make coffee, much less craft.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm telling you, I'm bringing the doctor with me. A hot doctor.
Laura, make your mama a pot of coffee right now.
Make her some cold brew coffee.
Yep.
All right.
Laura's getting called out on the show.
Yeah, I can hear her now in the background.
What the heck? Nikki just called me right out.
What's that hangout link? I'm getting on now.
Well, my cappuccino isn't bitter either, April.
Cappuccino? Heck no.
Oh no, cappuccino's nice and sweet.
She must be delirious or something. Something going on with her head.
Oh, Talise says she's gonna have to try some. It's very good. Very, very good.
Laura is in bed with the kids.
Aw.
Are the kids sick? Oh, what time is it? Oh no, never mind.
Yeah.
I can hear April now. I just called her April.
It's 10:30 at night. What do you think she's doing?
I can hear her now. Duh.
Yeah, duh.
What the hell else do you think they're doing, Crystal?
Oh, Amy Wolf said, what does out of pocket mean? That means I will be not be available.
Missing in action.
Missing in action. You won't see me.
Not around.
Not around.
Yeah. See, what you got to do is you pick up April and then you fly out to Washington. And we'll go have some fun.
Okay, do I want to put this on here now? Yeah, I do. I ran out of Fireball.
Yep.
I'm going to need some Fireball in a minute.
Yeah, you're well over the 2 hours. Thank you. I just lost another bet.
Oh, sorry. I'm almost finished. I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't fast enough for Christy. I was trying to be thorough and slow and methodical for people can follow along.
You said an hour and a half, so I gave you to what?
Oh.
Hour 48. I gave you some extra time even.
Okay, but I'm just saying it ain't gonna be 8 hours.
Nikki, I knew she was going there. I knew she was going there.
I just can't believe you two. I just can't believe you two kicked her off.
I just can't even imagine what my face looked like when I realized that. Yeah, that's what.
You didn't even believe me.
No, I didn't. I was like, what? Because I didn't get an alert like the last time. Oh, yeah. Hot toddy. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Love them.
Yeah.
My dad makes the best hot toddies.
I need one right
Martha
now.
found the Wizard of Oz movie for Amy.
Martha.
I know, right, Talise? You guys need to start like a Poor Crystal, foundation for me because everybody's so freaking
She's
mean.
getting kicked off YouTube.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Martha. That's too funny.
Christy, did you hear what Crystal just said?
No.
A poor me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A poor me foundation.
Crystal's Pity Party Foundation.
Yes.
Pity party. Pity party.
Woe is me. Poo poo poo.
Yeah.
Let's start a YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's start a YouTube channel where you can tell me how poor me is being treated.
Let me play that tiny violin.
I know. I had violin music playing in the background. About how she got kicked off YouTube.
Just trying to help out my fellow crafter sisters. Give them some stuff to watch and not watch. Yeah. And yeah, I get kicked off YouTube. and my tummy was hurting and everything.
Well,
they didn't even care that my tummy was hurting.
Well, since you asked, Lynn,
kicked me right off.
It might be you. I'm going to try to keep up with the Facebook side. But if anyone wants to do a disorganized crafter takeover and lead in projects, feel free to contact me and I will make you a moderator.
Yeah, because I'm going too. While Nikki's going, I'm going too.
No, you're not. I'll try to make if it's a weekend show, I probably can make it.
She's gonna be away. She just thinks she is.
But I can't craft because I
April,
don't have everything with me.
April, you're gonna get a freaking smackdown, even though you're sick.
I just saw that.
Oh yeah. There will still be what do you call it? Crafty Chicks Hen Party on Friday. Crystal might go 16 hours. She'll get off temporarily for 5 minutes and then come back on so she can restart her 8 hours.
I gotta make up for Nikki's MIA, but
yep, and that's April 6th. Crystal and I will be here, Lynn. I'm still stuck.
Good morning, April.
Bring it, Barbie.
Bring it, Barbie. No, she didn't.
Y'all are missing Evan.
Oh, what? Look at. Oh, hold on. Let's click on Penny. Look. Oh, we're having an Evan moment. Evan. Oh Lord, here's my dog.
Evan is so tiny.
Oh,
Wow.
he is. He's like big as your hand.
Hey.
I want an Evan.
Oh, Lynn called April out. She's like, you ain't no night owl. What you talking about? So, while I'm gone, April has to stay up for a Crystal Tisha Rusty King Angel show.
Yep.
And like it. She cannot.
There's none of this. Well, y'all, I've been on now for 2 hours. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
This old fart's gotta go to bed. I got my beauty must sleep.
Do y'all want to have a bet that April cannot stay up for a whole 8-hour show?
Nikki, will you be back though for Halloween or no?
Oh yeah, I'll be back for Halloween. Yes.
Okay. Cause yeah.
Yeah. Plus, well, I have Bruno Mars is October 7th.
Oh, you're a brat.
I can't wait. I've had the tickets since January.
Yeah.
I've been waiting all year to go see Bruno Mars. And I'm going to see. Well, I probably have to sell my ticket, but I have Maxwell tickets for October 20th, and like nobody ever comes to my area, so this is a big surprise. What was I doing?
April has a good reason why she can't. My family sleeps at night, so I have to be quiet.
Oh, okay.
And if it's a Crystal show, there's no way to be quiet.
So does my family. My husband's sleeping.
Good job. You're gonna have April. You're gonna have to go out on the porch and be out there the whole time.
Actually, I shut the bedroom door, and yeah, and we have a fish tank in our bedroom, so we can't hear anything.
My husband hears me late at night.
And I shut my craft room door too.
Okay. I'm about to post it on my Disorganized Crafter.
Keep Jim awake.
Yeah, Jim calls Kristen Giggly.
I don't know why. I don't know why he calls me.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Well, he don't know you.
That's what it is.
So you are now Giggly. Oh no, she ain't. Sure, no, Alice will never grace the presence of this house. Y'all know how I feel about Alice.
Alice is comfortable where she is.
Yep, keep Alice. Keep Alice. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this box one more time, and then I'm going to say goodnight because I have to work in the morning, and we'll come back on Wednesday night to do the door and start decorating the inside of the box.
When do you do the plastic, the acetate?
Oh, the acetate, there's a trick to that. What I usually do with the acetate, and here it is. Let me see if I have an 8x8 piece. So you notice how I did this?
Mm-hmm.
I do the same thing with the acetate. So what I do is I take a 4x8 sheet of paper on how you want to decorate your sides, and I'll cut it down the middle. and I'll put the paper here, but not attach it down. And then I'll put my acetate in here and attach the acetate down and then smooth the paper down. That's why you don't want to put on the top yet.
Martha's going to sleep. She says good night.
Oh, good night, Martha.
Oh, good night, Martha. I'm glad you stopped by.
Amy said, puppy.
So then you do the same with the other side. You take these two and you put it on this side, and you want to attach your
Hi, Barbara.
decorative paper, and then you put the phalanges down, then you put the rest of the decorative paper down, and then you do the same with this side. So you're going to put your decorative paper here and over top of the two things. So that's how that works. There's a second way you can do it, but I don't like it as much because it's a lot of trying to get it right. But you'll take a 2-inch panel and you'll put your scrapbook paper over it, and then you'll stick it in here, and then you'll put your acetate in here, and then you'll sandwich the other 2-inch piece on the other side so that it sits in there. So you're going to create a gusset. So, but I like to have my whole working space, so that's why I don't do that. I did it with this one, and it worked. I don't know if y'all can see the gusset. You see that line right there?
Oh, good night, Barbara. Oh,
Good night, Barbara.
I think we missed saying good night to her.
Oh.
I said good night.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a gusset right here, and I didn't like the way that showed. So I'm gonna do it the other way.
Amy, how's your dog?
Yeah, how's your dog, Amy?
So that's only 2 layers of acetate in there, huh?
Yeah, you'll have one at the 2-inch mark, and then
It
you'll have
looks like
one
4 layers. It really looks like 4 layers in there.
Oh, it does. You can put more. You can put as many or as less as you want. Like if you find that you do, once you get all your elements together, because that's going to be key, is to make sure you have all the elements that you want in your box. Because once you lay that acetate down, put the top on, it's done. You can't go back in and change. And again, if you want lights in your box, that's another thing. Before you lay your paper down, make sure you poke your holes in to put your lights or run your lights in. So that's why you leave the top off and don't put the top on until you know what you're going to do in your box. So if you want to do acetate at the 1-inch, every 1-inch mark, that just gives you more depth and more layers in your box. So it depends on what you're going to do. Like, if I find that I need 3 layers of acetate, then I'll go ahead and do that. But as I build up my scene, then you'll find out. That's why I know the only thing I'll do is I'll paper the back and I'll put my paper the bottom. Now I don't even do, yeah, and paper the bottom, because you only need to have the acetate on both sides and then you're good. But
I was asking, can't you just cut a line with a craft knife to put the acetate in?
On your chipboard, you can, but I don't want to ruin the strength of the chipboard.
The box.
Yeah. Plus, another good thing about doing, well, for me, I find that another good way about doing it this way is if I put elements on my acetate and I don't like them, then I can kind of see how it's going to look and everything.
Right, and then you need to.
Yeah, before you put it down. But I'm hoping I did not bore y'all too much. So Wednesday, probably around the same time for a couple of hours, because I really have to be off by 10 so I can go to bed. We'll go ahead and finish the door, paper the back, and start doing the elements inside the box.
Oh, look, you got your door on that side. I got my door on this side.
Oh, do you? Yeah, this is, well, am I backwards?
No, it's just how I did it.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed it.
Yeah. But, and it's a sturdy box right now. It ain't going nowhere.
April said you did. I'm yawning.
Oh, shut up, April. She's a troll. Troll, get rid of it. No. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. But I'll try to at least be on the if I can be on the panel, and I won't be crafting. Or I can take coloring books with me.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can take my coloring books with me, but I'm not going to take a lot of craft supplies. Excuse me. All right. So, you have any more questions before we end this broadcast, Miss Crystal? Oh, yep. Hers looks exactly like mine, so we're good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to do it. So, but I do see the process as far as you need to think way ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. If you do this type of box, if you want to have your album in the back, or just to let y'all know, you can also have your album on the bottom, but this would be dead space. So it just makes better use of the space, unless you want it real, the depth to be a little bit larger.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, you really do have to think about everything you do ahead of time. Like after I put that box together, I was like, darn, I could have put lights in it, or I could have done this, or I could have made a door. So it's kind of lessons learned. And then as I've been practicing with this box, so I have the two elements together. So if you don't want to do all that construction, you can make two separate boxes. So this will be your front box, and it's kind of easier to put together because you only have to do the back and the four sides. And then this one is a bottom, top, and two sides in the back. And then you can put tape. I took it apart. And then you can just assemble it this way. Tape it, glue it, do whatever. And then you have your two pieces already done. And it'll just be a double piece right here. And then if you have a door or tie back or anything, you can put it in between here before you flip it over. But I don't like this a lot because me being OCD, I'm like, well, how's it going to be even on the top? So that was my hang up. Oh, there we go. That was
How are those lights going to work the way you keep tossing around?
Oh, they're fine. They still work. I just had to put them where I wouldn't actually break them. See? They work.
They're actually strong lights.
Yeah, they're strong lights. So you can do it that way, or if you're unsure if you can get it right on this part, but I find that this is the easiest way to do it because it's just all one, and the your bottom and your top is going to be pretty even. So, but yep. Let me see. So take care. I can't think real. Christine Hoback said, I can't think real far ahead. Well, that's why it's good that if you can think what the back piece is going to be in the aquarium, then the acetate, you can start adding pieces. And that way it's pretty good. I think I want to do something, but I haven't figured it out. That's why I made this part a little bit bigger. But if I think of it and do it tomorrow night, then it'll be good. No, I'm not going to print on acetate. I am going to cut the acetate probably 8 by 8. I'm going to add a little bit of a strip on the side, probably about 1/4 of an inch. And then I am going to cut out, and I'm going to use my scan and cut, I hope. And I'm going to cut out pieces I gotten from Artfully Musing, where we had our 30%. And I'm going to run it through the Xyron, and I'm going to stick it on the acetate. So then when I put the acetate in the box, let me do it this way. When I put the acetate in the box, it'll create a scene on this first piece of acetate. And then I'll take the second piece of acetate and good night, Talise. I'll put it right here, and then I'll put the other elements here. So you'll have your depth going inside the box. And then if you have any 3D objects or pieces you want to put in between the acetate. You have to do that before you lay the acetate down. But you'll see come Wednesday how we work that out. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to wish everybody a good night, and I will see you on Wednesday. Good night, Mom.
April.
What did April say?
She said, Penny, if I had known about tonight's project, I wouldn't have fallen getting out of the shower and would have put the flu on the back burner.
Aww.
Penny laughed, and then April says, it's Nikki's fault.
April. It's real easy. 2 hours. You can catch up. Watch the show, catch up, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Well, and she literally decided it last night.
Yeah, because we wanted to do something this week before I left, and I know people have been asking me about this, so I wanted to make sure. Well, and you too.
Mm-hmm.
I did. All right. We'll catch you on the other side, April. All right. Y'all have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Nick.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.